Now last part we do estimation. So estimation is the process of finding a value that's close enough to the exact answer, usually by using simpler numbers or reasoning. It is not meant to give a reasonable approximation that is useful when exact calculation is unnecessary or impractical. So, we're given this example. Estimate this by rounding it to the nearest 10. To solve these problems, we first evaluate this summation, which is 1 to 9. Next, we round it to the nearest tens. Now we remember look at the ones place, and since it's bigger than 5, we add 1 to the 2, and we remove this to 0, so it's 130. And that's the answer. Okay, next question, we're asked to estimate this to the nearest 100. Okay, we first find it, 798. Now we run to the nearest 100, look at the tens place. There's a 9, so we round up, and it's 800. Therefore, this is the answer. So here's a harder example. You expect about 120 guests, and you plan for 3 slices of pizza per person. A pizza has 12 slices. What's the minimum number of pizza needed? You guys should think about this question for a while. So we first find the number of slices of pizzas that are needed in total, which is this. Because each person needs 3 slices and we give 100 people. So next we find the minimum number of pizzas by dividing this 360 by 12, because that's the total number of slices you want, and that's the slices offered by one pizza. So we can find this. Usually questions, they'll give you like they'll give you ugly numbers. Like maybe I'll take this, then give you 30 point something something something. Remember that for these questions you have to round upwards, because if you're rounding it downwards to 30, that means that one person won't have 3 slices because you're forgetting about the trailing digits. Therefore, you have to round it to 31 to account for everyone, even though there'll be excess. Next, we have these 3 harder questions to attempt. You should take a look. A car travels at this speed and we estimate the time it will take to cover this distance. A rectangular garden has this dimension, and we estimate its area to the nearest 10 square meters. Jack wants to save money for this bicycle, and if he saves this much per week, estimate how many weeks it will take to buy the bicycle. First question, we remember this formula that time is distance over speed. Remember that speed is always distance over time. So if we rearrange it, we get this formula. So look, if we divide it, we get 3.23 to 3 significant figures. But we have to round it up. Why did we round it up? Because if we round it down, the car only travels 190 km. In the question, they asked for at least 210 km. Therefore, we need to answer the question and we have to round it up, because they asked for the nearest hour. For the second question, they asked to estimate the area. So we first find the exact area, which is 96. Now to the nearest square, 10 square meters, we look at the ones place. Since it's above 5 or equals to 5 and above, we increase this 9 by 1, so it's 10. So it's 100 meters squared. Last but not least, Jack wants to save this much, and as we look, we need to divide the total cost by the amount he saved per week to find the number of weeks. So we take this division and we get 12.9, which is 3 significant figures. But we can't round it down, because if not, he wouldn't save enough for the bike. Therefore, we have to round it up. Round it up to get the nearest week. That's all the questions for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you.
Smash your maths exams. Download Learn Maths Today for real exam questions and achieve top marks.